Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whenever you're watching this video, I hope you are healthy, fine, studying well, and you are preparing for your board exams. My friends, I wish you very best of luck for your board exams. However, in this session, we will be not talking about the boards, but will be solving some MCQs for our MHT CET exams in 2025. My friends, in this session, we have our chapter solid state, first chapter from chemistry, and our objective is to solve at least 25 to 30 different MCQs that were asked in MHT CET 2024 as a PYQ. My friends, don't just look at this MCQ, try solving them on your own. I'll be giving time for you to solve. So pause the video and try it yourself. At least if you are able to approximate the answers, try doing that as well. And do watch this video fully so that in it will help you to solve MCQs in a bit faster way, as I will be sharing my shortcuts and some tricks and tips for you so that you can solve them in a less time too. Don't be in a hurry to take a screenshot of this session, as I'll be providing the detailed PDF copy of this on my Telegram channel. So just sit and watch the session carefully and try solving them too. So here we begin our session with the first chapter, solid state. The chapter is the first chapter from chemistry, as you know, and I think everyone has prepared this chapter for their board exams also. So this is a very simple chapter and very straightforward questions are asked from it. However, there are some uh, exceptions too, and I will be discussing them with you also. So here comes the first question of the MST CT 2024 16th May evening shift. So the question is, what is the total number of tetrahedral voids in zero point 0.6 mole of compound that form HCP structure? A typical MST CT question where they are asking us the total number of tetrahedral voids. So what is the formula? Number of tetrahedral voids is 2 into B. And what is B? B is number of molecules. So in one mole we have 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules. In zero point 0.6 we would have 0.6 into this 6.022 and 10 raised to power 23, and we have 2 here, number of tetrahedral voids 2. So just merely calculating, we can say 6 into 6 is what? 36. 36 into 2, it is 72, right? So the answer should be have 72 in them, and there's only one option where you can have it. So this is the answer. So in this way you can solve the question. And I just want to let you know one more thing. The question was for the number of tetrahedral voids, and if the question is for the octahedral voids, it is always B. So here it is 2B, here it is B. So B and 2B, one for octa, one for tetra. This is the formula to be remembered. Let's go to the next question. Yes, the next question is, calculate the number of unit cells in zero point 0.4 grams of metal. My friends, if you are just solving the solved examples of the textbook, you may realize that this is a very identical question that they gave us in solved examples. So the formula to calculate number of unit cells, that is unit cell, is simply by x by uh, it is multiplication of density into a cube. And always I tell you, the product of this will be given as in this question it is given 1.2 into 10 raised to power 23, 1.2 into 10 raised to power 22, it is 0.4 here. So this minus 10 raised to power minus 22 will go up. It will be become 10 raised to power plus 22. 4 ones are 4 and 4 threes are. So it is 3, 1 by 3. 1 by 3 into 10 raised to power 22. 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9, so 3.33. And here it is my 22, so here it will be shifting here. And so the answer is always 3.3 into 10 raised to power minus into 10 raised to power 21. Let's move ahead. Calculate calculate the number calculate the number of unit cell if it forms S. It is simple cubic, just note it down. The same exact question. My friends, I just want you to know that in CT there is a lot of repetition of questions. So if you have solved at least 20-25 questions, if you just solve 20-25 to 30 questions from one chapter, there is a high probability that you will get at least 1 to 2 questions from your shift from these 25 to 30 questions only. So if you have completed one shot videos and you are good with the chapter, go for solving MCQs and solve at least 25 to 30 questions. You can even go it and take it forward to 50 questions, and that will increase the chances of solving it. So coming to the question, calculate the number of unit cells. The last question, same question, 0.9 is here, 3 is here, 10 raised to power 23 will be here, so it will go up. It will be become 10 raised to power 22. 3 ones are 3, 0.3, right? So 0.3 and it is 10 raised to power 22. The answer is 3. So this is how. You don't need a perfect, well curated answers in MCQ. If you are fine with the first digit, you can go for it. And I do agree with the fact that it not work always, but 80-85% it works in CET. So and that is fine. If the void volume of FCC unit cell, find the void volume of FCC unit cell. So this is a different type of question, guys. Just pay attention. Find void volume of FCC unit cell in centimeter cube if volume of FCC unit cell is. So what do we know in FCC unit cell? We know that 74% is the efficiency. That means 74% is the space filled in this cubic structure. 74% is filled. So what is remaining? So that is 26. 26% is remaining. So they are asking us 26% is remaining. So for 1.25 into 10 raised to power 22 into 26. So we are just supposed to calculate this, and the answer to this is I think 2.16. If the answer is wrong, do let me know in comments, because this is not a part of chemistry, guys, and I'm very lazy in terms of calculations. So I don't like to actually calculate a lot. I just like solving. In a solid, B occupies corner of a cube forming CCP structure if A ion occupies half of the tetrahedral voids. The formula of the solid is. So typical CT question again. B atom occupies corner of the cube. So 8 corners, and we all know that it is 1. So how it is 1? So B corners, so 1 by 8 into 8, that is 1. A occupy half of the tetrahedral voids. So how many tetrahedral voids are there? 2. Right? In a number of tetrahedral voids is always 2. In CCP it is 2 into 1, so it is 2, and A is occupying half of them. So 2 into 1 by 2, that is 1. So A and B both are 1 1, so the answer should be AB, and this is how you solve. I again urge you, don't try to just look at this. Get a notebook, get a pen, try it yourself, and pause the video. And if you are able to do it, and if you are able to answer it, that's good, and that will bring momentum. Solving different type of MCQ questions, PYQ questions will give you more confidence than just merely reading the book or watching the one shot video. This is my experience as a senior. So let's get to the next question. Unit cell of an element has a edge length of 5 Armstrong with a density 4 gram per centimeter cube. If its atomic mass is 149, identify the crystal structure. The answer is already revealed, so I will solve it. So we know the formula. This is a classic formula. I think it is rho into n by, it is m into na by a cube, right? So crystal structure we are supposed to, the n we are supposed to find. So n equals to this whole multiply. So density it is given 4 into a cube. We are supposed to find 5 Armstrong. So 5 cube is 125 into Armstrong. So 10 raised to minus 8. This is 5 into 10 raised to power 8. So the cube of this will be 10 raised to power minus 24 into, we have our lucky number 6.022, or can say the permanent number, divided by the molar mass, that is 149. 149 is close to 150, so we will not disturb this 149. Instead, we can see that 10 is 10 raised to power minus 24, 10 raised to power 23. So this 2 gets cancelled, and we have 10 raised to power minus 1. Right? So we have, by this 2, we have 10 raised to power 1. So what do we do? Simply 4 into 12.5, right? 125 is 10, what, 12.5 into 6 we will consider, and down it is 149. So now tell me friends, 12.5 into 4 is 50, right? 12.5 into 4 50, into 6 it becomes 300 by 149. So 150, so it is around 2 point something. So if it is 2, then it is body centered. If it was close to 1, it would be simple. And this is the way we solve it, right? This and I'll tell you the different type of question which are from this question. In this question they are asking us crystal structure. In your exam they may ask you what is the number of n. Simply they will ask you n, so they will bear options like 1 2 3 4. So you are supposed to tell it, and you will find this question ahead in the session also. So at that time I feel you may answer that question. Okay, a good question. We'll take it to the next page so that we have ample amount of space to solve it. What is the volume of one particle in BCC structure if A is the edge length? What do we know about BCC structure? BCC structure, A is equal to 4 by root 3 of R. Right. Now I'm sorry that I didn't provide the options, but it's fine. We can solve it without options too. So they are asking us what is the volume of particle in BCC structure. So what is volume? Volume of a system. It is V is equal to volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Right. So R. What is the value of R from here? R, we can calculate it as root 3 by 4 into A. So 4 by 3 into pi into r cube, means this cube will be a cube into 3 root 3 by 64. 4 ones are 4, 16 4s are 64, 3 ones are 3, 3. That is eliminated, and in the options you will find this root 3a cube by 16. Okay, and I think as it is mentioning that volume of one, just look at this. This is the trick. One particle in BCC. Many students, what happens, even this would have happened with me also. I would have multiplied it by 2. Okay, I would have actually multiplied it by 2, because I know BCC structure there are two atoms, so I'll multiply it by 2, so I'll cancel this 16 out. Okay, and then the answer would be root 3 by 8 a cube, and this is the option. I'm telling you, my friends, this is the option in the four options. Out of four options, there is one option like this also. So this is a tricky question. Okay, this is a tricky question, and don't get into this. Read the question carefully, what the question is asking, and answer it accordingly. So here it is asking one particle in BCC structure and not the whole BCC structure as a one. So I hope it is clear. Calculate the total volume occupied by all the atoms. Again, there was one, here it is all. Occupied all the atoms in simple cubic. All means it's only one. If radius. So I just want to share a shortcut with you. See if you have noted this. So when I was giving my own CT, I just did this short trick. It's a very cheap trick that we all know. In simple cubic, A is equal to R by 2. For BCC, it is A is equal to 4 by root 3 R, and for FCC it is A is equal to 2 root 2 R. So what I did, I simply converted it into numbers, decimal numbers, and this is the relation. And I am telling you, this is very handy. Okay, so I have not mugged up it now. I remembered it when I gave my CET in 2023. I just made this and it helped me in many way. So I'll keep this here in this. I'll not erase it, so that you can remember it is 2.31 and it is 2.8. My handwriting is way too bad, I feel. 2.8. Okay, so let's get back to the question. The question is calculate the total volume occupied by all the atom in simple cubic if the radius is. So let's solve it. What they have given, radius they have given, right? So they have given us the radius. So atoms, is it simply 4 by 3 pi r cube? Is it that? Because radius is already given. So that is 4 by 3 pi, and the value of r, what is the r? 3 into 10 raised to power 8. So 3 is, that is 27. 3 cube. 27 into 10 raised to power minus 24. Okay. And now comes calculation only, and we will calculate it, no problem. So it is pi, right? 3 ones are 3 nines are, right? So this is 4 nines are 36. 36 into 3 into 10 raised to power 24 something. So this is 3.14. Can consider it as 3. So 36 into 3 108. So any option that is close to 108 would be the answer. In CET, there is not a very big difference in the two options. So the two options A, B, C, the four options are significantly placed so that there is no confusion between them. Unlike JE, it is like they'll give you very, very close options. So we are supposed to calculate everything. Coming to the next question. A compound is formed by the two elements A and B. The atoms of element form CCP structure. A occupies 1 by 8 of the tetrahedral void. What is the formula of the compound? So B forms CCP structure. Okay, so in CCP structure we have 4, right? And B is forming that. So B is forming 4. Number of tetrahedral voids, we all know by now, it is twice the number of atoms, so it is 8. And A is occupying one third of them, one third. So the ratio of A is to B is like 1 8 by 3 is to 4. So I just multiply both sides by 3, so it becomes 12 is to, sorry, 8 by 12. So that is 8, sorry, that this is 8 by 12, so can be 2 by 3, so A2 and B3, so this is the option. Okay, let's solve the next question. Oh, how can I place this question? This question was supposed to be in the bottom, but still it is here. I don't know if it falls in this solid state or not. Which among the following is example of 1D nanostructures? Nanorings, nanotubes, layers and coating, quantum dots. I think quantum dots, but I'm not sure for this. Do let me know in comments if you know the right answer for this. And please search for this. Such questions are really a headache because there is no answer and we get frustrated. So there is no option for this. Let's okay. Now I think, let me see if we have more questions. Yes, we have. So which type of unit cell from the following is common to all 7 types of crystal structure? So in this question there are options, and I have purposefully not given you the options, so just so that we can discuss this question. What type of unit cell? My friends, we all know we have 14 Brevis lattices, right? So can you name all of the 7 Brevis lattices that was given in the chart? Can you name them all? This is a question to you. Ask yourself if you remember. Okay, I'll give you a clue. Okay, so I will name a few and then you name some of them. So you have cubic, you have you have orthogonal, you have tetragonal, okay, and then there are more four of this, right? So they are rhombohedric, just a second, rhombo, right? Rhombo, and then there is monoclinic. I'm also remembering them. Triclinic and hexagonal. Now the question, the homework for you is total 14 lattices are there and they are distributed in all of this, right? Which among question, the question is which among this has the largest amount of lattices? Okay, I'll tell you the distribution. In this seven, one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Among this 7, there is one of the crystal system which has all the 4 lattice system, that is simple, okay, base centered, body centered, and face centered. Which among this has all? Only one has. Okay, there are there is one system which has 3 of them. There are 2 systems which have 2 of them, and then there are 3 systems which have one each. So do let me know in the comments. The question I again repeat to you: which among the in this following crystal systems, which among the following has the all types of systems, crystal systems? Right? I hope I'm clear with the question. What is the atomic radius of the element if it crystallizes in BCC with edge length? Okay, simple question. As I said, we all know that A is equal to 4 by root 3 A R. So it is 2.31 R, and they are simply asking what is the atomic radius. So they are asking R and they have given us A, right? So it is simply 2.7 by 2.31. So we are just supposed to do this division, and it's a game of maths. It's not chemistry. I don't like calculations. I don't like maths. I hate maths, but I love counting money. So let's get to the next question. Metal crystallizes in BCC structure. If the density is this, what is the molar mass? Again, I'm telling you typical question from the CET, where this is the formula: M into N, Na into A cube. So they can ask any one of this apart from this. Molar mass they have asked. So density it is 10. Edge length, in itself edge length it is 4 into 10 raised to power 8. 4 cube it is 64, right? 4 cube is 64 into 6 into 10 raised to power 23 by BCC it is given, so it is 2 for sure. So simple calculation, I feel. 6 into 6, so it is simply, this is 6. Let's solve it again. I have literally not done well, so we'll solve it a bit in a good handwriting so that you can understand it. Molar mass is asked, so the formula is density 10 into A cube, that is 64 into 10 raised to power 24 into 6 into 10 raised to power 23 by 2. Now 6 into 6 is around 36. 36 into 10, 360. 64 into 60, let's do that first. So that comes out to be 384. So 384 divided by 2, 192. So the answer is 193 around. So this is the way you do. Okay. Again, a straightforward question. I'm not pretty sure for this. If you know, to let me know. N type of semiconductor is formed when silicon doped with phosphorus, boron, germanium is doped with boron, germanium is doped with aluminium. N type of semiconductor. Let's go with option number A. I am not sure. Please check it. Metallic silver has FCC structure, radius is given, edge length is asked. Again, a same type of question with this relation. A radius is given 144. So I'll tell you how we can approximate the answer. So let's take it down. And now the answer is already revealed, but I will tell you how I did that. So we all know this A is equal to 2.8 into R. So 2.8 into R, it is 144. So if you are very good at maths, you will do this and you will get answer. But if you are lazy, just like me, if you are very lazy in solving maths, I'll tell you how I do it. If I have options to play with, 2.8, it is close to 3, 144 is close to 150. Both of these are less than our values, right? 144 is less than 150, 2.8 is less than 3. So 15 threes are 45, 450 we know. So the answer should be less than 450, but close to it. So there is only one option which is there, which fulfills the requirement, which fulfill our requirement. Again, same question. Okay, the same question it is. Calculate number of atoms, and we'll take some space for this. I don't think we need a lot of space. We know formula we know, x by rho into a cube. The rho into a cube value is given 3. Okay, and here it is given 0 0.3. So 0 0.1, 10 raised to power 22. So this goes there. 1 into 10 raised to power 21 is the answer. That is how you do it. Simple. Calculate the molar mass. Again, PCC structure. As you can see, the questions are repeating a lot. Okay, and in different shifts, the same question has came, and I feel that even this year, this question you will typically find molar mass, find find the number of unit cells and all. Molar mass formula is density into A cube by N. So they have already given is 22. Density it is 8.6 into 22 by what it is given BCC. So it is 2. So 211. So just simply we are supposed to do that. So 8.6. Let's do it here. 8.6 into 11. 8.6, 86, 6 plus 6, 6, 4, 1, 9. Right? Let me cross verify. Yes, 94.6 is the answer, and you can go with it. Don't believe me in terms of maths. I'm not very good at calculation, especially after taking into engineering. Maths becomes very weak. 94.6. Going to the next question. Calculate the radius of metal atom if it forms PCC unit cell. Radius we are supposed to calculate in BCC. A is equal to 2.31 R. Edge length is 530. So just check if, so we are just 530 by 230. So 23 ones are 23 twos are. So something 2. So 2 point something should be the answer. And in CET you will find that there are options. Okay. And even if you have all the options which are in 2, you can take it forward because you know this formula. Don't go with the traditional formula of A is equal to 4 by root 3 R. That may not give you a quick solution to this. So let's go to the next. Metallic silver has FCC structure if the radius of Ag atom is 144. What is the edge length? Ah, A is equal to 2.8 R. 2.8. Array, this is the same question. I explained it earlier. I'm sorry. Same question. Calculate number of atoms of a unit cell. Okay, as I told you, this formula is inevitable. You can't avoid this. This formula for the density is must. Na into AQ. Right? So if we can shift that formula density, it is given 8.6. There it is this, and now a cube into Na, it is sorry, a cube into Na, it is given as 21.5, 21.5, and here it is 92. So chemistry over, maths on. This is close to 22, this is close to 9. So what we will do, 22 into 9, which is 198 by 92. This is 2 point something, so the answer is 2. This is how you solve MCQ, right? You don't go with solve, you can't do like this, like 8.6, and then you do it and then you find and divide it by 92. No. Simply take a whole number, take you to a whole number. You can ideally you can also do it as 20 into 9. You can do this also. It will be 180. So 180 by 92. Again, you will get 2 point something, and again this trick would work. Okay. So a tip, a tip for you is tip tip is to learn tables till 30 if you are comfortable with it. So that is a tip. If you want to do fast calculations, memorize more tables till 30. Don't do it more than 30. That's not worth it. But do it till 30. It will definitely help you. Calculate the volume of FCC unit cell if radius of the in particle in it is this. Well, volume of FCC unit cell. So A cube is asked. Okay, A cube we are supposed to find. Radius it is given. A is equal to 2.8 R. For FCC we know FCC. Now 2.8 it is given. So 2.8 into 2.8 into 106.05. So this is close to 105, I think. Yes, 105. Sorry, this is close to 105. This is close to 3. So 5 3 are 15 and 3. Right. So the value of A is around 315, and now we are just supposed to cube this. And again, it's a pure calculation, and there is no chemistry in this. So how do you do this? A cube we are supposed to find. So don't I can tell you a trick to find a square easily. So if you have unit as phi, so what we will do is simply square this. Phi square 25 and remaining number 31, and next to 31 is 32. So 31 into 32 you do it. So 31 into 32 is 992. 22. So this is the square of 315, and again you have to multiply it by 315. So this is unavoidable. However, I will tell you the answer. The answer is 2.7 into 10 raised to power 23. Again, this radius was in picometers, so it becomes 10 raised to power 24 here. So don't take me wrong on that. Let's go down. What is the number of octahedral voids? The first question in the session, I told you that they will, if they are asking about tetrahedral, they will always ask about the octahedral. Again, the formula is number of octahedral voids is same as number of molecules. Now, in 1 mole, you have 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 molecules. In 0 0.2 moles, you will have 0 0.2 into 6.022. Right? So 6.022 into 2, it is 1.2 something. So this is the speed. And again, I ask you, if it would be tetrahedral, it would be twice of this. So it would be around 2.4 for tetrahedral, 1.2 for octahedral. Right? And I think, yes, we are in the last part of the session. I am very happy if you are with me in this session till now, that if you are listening to this session, and if you are trying, and if you feel that this is good, I'm really, really thankful for you. This is the last part of the chapter, which is, I feel, best and worst. Okay, best because it is time saving. It will definitely save you time, and that is what is chemistry made for. It is to save your time as much as possible. But bad for those who don't know the answer, because if the question is very, if you have not studied the textbook well, this is a worst section you can have, because there is no option. In the earlier, in all these questions, there were options, they were solving and all. But in this session, in this questions down, there is no such thing. You will not find any such thing there. Okay, so let's start that. The one who have read textbook very good is very fine with this, he will enjoy, and the one who have not will suffer. What is the coordination of particle in FCC? I remember it as 12. Do let me know if I am wrong. What is the total number of particles present in base centered unit cell? BCC मध्ये किती particles? So this type of question is also there. What type of solid is silica? I think type of solid, uh, silica has alpha quartz and beta quartz, and that term is in on, I think, second page of the textbook, page number 2. So I think it is, uh, I don't remember it. Let me see the textbook. uh, Even I have not did that well. So silica was here somewhere. Yes, crystalline. I think sodium copper materials crystalline. Silica, I think it is crystal. So crystal. What is total number of different types of unit cells present in triclinic crystal system? So this is a homework for you all. Do study that chart carefully, because as you can see, this is a PYQ. This is not a question from any random book. It was asked in the last year MHT CET exam. So there are high chances that this year they will change triclinic to octahedral, or say rombo, or that kind of thing they may do. So make sure that to study this. To answer this, I'll tell you this is one. Which what is the minimum number of sphere required to develop a tetrahedral void? So answer is 4. Do study for octahedral void too. Octahedral void. Okay, so do remember that. And ionic solid equal number of cations and anions are missing. So I think everyone is pretty good. I think this is Schottky effect. And the last question of the session, and the session is done. Identify the instrument used to find crystal structure from the following. Which instrument is used to find crystal structure? So that is a homework again to you. Google it, or you can simply, instead of googling, you can download this whole word document in from my telegram channel. I'll be providing the link to that as well. So this is all about solid state, the first chapter of chemistry for the MHT CET. And now I would like to take 5 minutes from you, if you are okay with it. If you like to spare 5 minutes, I'd like to share my strategy with you. सो आता आपण मराठीतच बोलू. आय फील खूप झाली इंग्लिश. आणि ॲक्च्युली मी एक सिरीज सुरू करणार आहे आत्ता या यूट्यूब चॅनलवरती, जिथे मी PYQची स्टडी घेऊन येणार आहे. ओके, सो माझा प्लॅन आहे की प्रत्येक चॅप्टर ॲज मच ॲज पॉसिबल प्रत्येक चॅप्टरचे ॲटलिस्ट 25 to 30 PYQs मी घेऊन येईल. ओके, आणि आपण ते सॉल्व करू सोबत, सो दॅट इवन दो तुम्हाला वेळ नाही आहे किंवा कॉन्फिडन्स येत नसेल PYQ सॉल्व करताना, सो त्याचा तुम्हाला कुठेतरी तो कॉन्फिडन्स मिळेल आणि त्याचा पॉझिटिव्ह इफेक्ट तुम्हाला दिसेल. सेकंडली, आपल्या सेशन्समध्ये मी फक्त PYQsच घेईल आणि ट्रिक्स वगैरे घेईल. ओके, सो PYQ झाले, ट्रिक्स झाले, टिप्स झाले, काही टिप्स असतील, ट्रिक्स असतील, काही शॉर्टकट असतील. ओके, शॉर्टकट्स असतील. सो मी ते मेन्शन करेल. मी वन शॉट नाही घेऊ शकत. आय डोंट थिंक सो की वन शॉटची गरज आहे. ओके, वन शॉटची काही गरज नाही आहे. इवन पुढच्या सेशन्समध्ये मी मराठीतनंच बोलण्याचा प्रयत्न करेल, किंवा जर तुम्ही इंग्लिशमध्ये कम्फर्टेबल असाल तर तसं मला सांगा. आय एम कम्प्लिटली ओके विथ दॅट. सो वन शॉट आधीच यूट्यूबवरती खूप आहेत, सो मला नाही वाटत की त्याची काही खास गरज आहे. वन शॉट तुम्ही कोणत्याही वन शॉट बघून या आणि तुम्ही PYQsला लागा, फरक पडत नाही. सो यावर्षी MHT CET खूपच लवकर होते. आमच्या वेळी ती 9 मेला होती. 9 मे ते 14 मेला होती. सो आय थिंक आता ती एप्रिलमध्ये आहे. सो आधीच टाईम खूप कमी आहे. आणि इवन मी माझं सांगतो की मी त्यावेळेस खूप मोठी चूक केली होती की मी फक्त वन शॉटच्या मागे लागलो. वन शॉट ठीक आहेत, म्हणजे असं नाही म्हणत की वन शॉट नका करू, वन शॉट करा, नो प्रॉब्लेम. पण फक्त वन शॉट करून काही होत नाही, हे तुम्हाला पण माहिती असेल, तुम्हाला पण लक्षात आलं असेल. वन शॉट फक्त एक बेसिक आयडिया देतात की काय होईल आणि काय कसं असतं. रिअल CETमध्ये तुम्ही बघा ऑप्शन्स असतात. सो आय फील आपण हा जो सेशन आहे PYQsचा, तो घेण्याचा उद्देश आहे की मी हे टिप्स, ट्रिक्स, शॉर्टकट्स, जो PYQ असतो, MCQ असतो, त्याला बेसिकली दुसरे खूप मेथड्सने सॉल्व करता येतं. एक म्हणजे असतो आपला अप्रॉक्सिमेशन. ओके, की यार अंदाज लावता येतो की हा ऑप्शन असेल. हा तर एक असतो एलिमिनेशन. ओके, अप्रॉक्सिमेशन नंतर असतो एलिमिनेशन, अप्रॉक्सिमेशन असतो, एलिमिनेशन असतो. परत अजून काय म्हणता येईल, दुसरे काही ट्रिक्स असतात की यार शॉर्टकट असतो एखादा कॅल्क्युलेशन्स रिलेटेड, किंवा टॉपिकला टॉपिक आपण एलिमिनेट करता येतो का. सो माझा या सेशनमधनं ते डिलिव्हर करण्याचा उद्देश राहील की जास्तीत जास्त डिफरंट MCQs आपण प्रॅक्टिस करू सोबत आणि तुम्ही पण ते करा. इवन तुम्हाला काही दुसरे डाउट्स असतील, कोणता क्वेश्चन तुम्हाला सॉल्व्ह नसेल होत, कोणता चॅप्टर खूपच अवघड जात असेल, तर ते तुम्ही मेन्शन करा. आपण त्याच्यावरती सेशन घेऊ. ओके, सो आपला ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह तोच राहील. आय विल नॉट मला असं नाही वाटत की मी वन शॉट वगैरे घेईल. त्या उलट वन शॉट तुम्ही दुसरीकडून कुठेही बघून घ्या आणि MCQ सॉल्व्ह करायला काही टिप्स घ्यायला, काही ट्रिक्स तुम्हाला जर जर तुम्हाला काही टिप्स हव्या असतील, ट्रिक्स जर पाहिजे असतील, तर तुम्ही आपल्या टेलिग्राम चॅनलला नक्की जॉईन करा आणि तिथून मी तुम्हाला नक्की काहीतरी पॉझिटिव्ह आउटपुट देण्याचा प्रयत्न करेल. आणि आजचा हा पहिला सेशन होता. काय वाटलं तुम्हाला? अजून काय नवीन बदल करता येतील ते मला सांगा. मी इथे तुमच्यासाठीच बसलेलो आहे आणि आपण सोबत अभ्यास करू आणि सोबत CETमध्ये एक्सेल करू. तोपर्यंतसाठी मला रजा द्या. थँक यू.